Paul Mescal's Gladiator 2 character, Lucius, was previously featured in the original Gladiator movie, but his father was given a different identity in the first movie than in the sequel. Set more than 2 decades after the first Gladiator film, Gladiator 2 sees Roman soldiers arriving at Lucius' homestead, killing his wife, and forcing him into slavery. Inspired by Maximus' noble crusade in the previous movie, Lucius decides to bide his time, work his way up the ranks as a gladiator, and gradually plot his revenge against the Romans who took everything from him. Lucius appeared in the first Gladiator movie, but he was a pretty minor character. Originally played by Spencer Treat Clark, Lucius' role in the original film was to drive his uncle Commodus mad with jealousy. Commodus wanted to be seen as a badass, but his nephew instead idolized the victorious gladiator Maximus. Lucius' father was identified in Gladiator, but Gladiator 2 has changed who his father was. The sequel's change to Lucius' father's identity confirms a long-standing fan theory about who his dad really was all along. Lucius' father in Gladiator is Lucilla's husband Lucius Verus. Lucius was named after his supposed father. Spencer Treat Clark as Lucius Verus II in Gladiator. One of the most exciting original Gladiator actors returning for the sequel is Connie Nielsen, who reprises her role as Lucilla. In the first movie, Lucilla was introduced as a former lover of Maximus, the sister of Commodus, and the older child of Marcus Aurelius. At the beginning of the film, Lucilla has recently been widowed. She rejects Commodus' incestuous advances and tries to keep her son Lucius safe from her evil, unpredictable, and morally bankrupt brother. Lucius' father is said to be Lucilla's late husband, Lucius Verus, who the boy was named after. Gladiator 2 confirms Maximus is Lucius' real father. Maximus fathered his own biggest fan. The trailer for Gladiator 2 came with the surprise revelation that Lucius was actually fathered by his favorite fighter, Maximus. Despite being led to believe that his father was Lucius Verus throughout his entire life, Lucius is actually the offspring of his mother's on and off lover, Maximus. The trailer shows Lucilla delivering the shocking news to her son as he prepares for a deadly battle in the Colosseum. This bombshell completely recontextualizes Lucius' journey in the sequel. He's not just some new character emulating Maximus' character arc in a stealth remake, he's following in his father's footsteps, almost like destiny. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Mescal revealed that he knew about this paternal twist before he even signed on to star in the sequel. In his earliest discussions with director Ridley Scott, Mescal was told that Lucius was the illegitimate son of Maximus. However, despite having been told about the twist before reading the script, Mescal found it to be an affronting thing when he actually saw it written on the page. He said that having that responsibility fall on your shoulders made him interested in playing the character and digging into his mindset. By confirming that Lucius is Maximus' son, Gladiator 2 has made Lucius a much more significant figure in the Gladiator universe. Previously, he was just the son of some character who never even appeared on screen, his namesake died before the events of the film. But now, he's the confirmed heir to the hero of the original movie. The choice to focus the sequel around Lucius now makes a lot more sense, because he's a direct descendant of the main character from the first film. Why Gladiator didn't confirm Maximus is Lucius' father? It was more interesting to leave it ambiguous. Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus and Spencer Treat Clark as Lucius looking scared and threatening in Gladiator. The original Gladiator film didn't confirm whether Maximus was Lucius' real father, because it was more interesting to leave it ambiguous. The film plants plenty of seeds to suggest that Lucius was fathered by Maximus, but it never makes it official. Rather than providing a clear answer as to Lucius' parentage, Gladiator leaves it up to individual viewers to decide who Lucius' father is. If it gave away the answer, there would be no room for discussion. But by planting those seeds, it allowed audiences to debate it and draw their own conclusions. Gladiator makes it clear that Maximus and Lucilla were lovers in the past, and leaves it ambiguous as to when they broke off their affair, and whether it overlapped with her marriage to her late husband, Lucius' supposed father. Maximus and Lucius share a sweet moment that suggests Lucius looks up to Maximus. There was nothing in these scenes that made it explicit that Maximus was Lucius' father, but the hints were certainly there. Audiences picked up on those hints, discussed the possibility of Maximus being Lucius' real father, and it became a pretty prevalent fan theory that he was. When it came time to make a Lucius-centric sequel, Scott had to confirm Lucius' paternity one way or the other. This is an unfortunate side effect of sequels. They have to provide definitive answers to the ambiguous elements of their predecessors. French Connection 2 had to confirm what happened after Popeye Doyle chased Alain Charnier off-screen in the original movie's iconic final scene. Joker created the impression that some, or maybe even all, of the movie had taken place in Arthur Fleck's delusional mind, but Joker, Folia Dux had to confirm how much of the movie was real. What Gladiator 2 changing Lucius' father means? It means the sequel has a more direct connection to the original. By changing Lucius' father to Maximus, Gladiator 2 has given itself a more direct connection to the original movie. The original Gladiator movie told the story of Maximus rising through the gladiatorial ranks to exact revenge against the Roman Empire, and now, Gladiator 2 will tell the story of Maximus' son rising through the gladiatorial ranks to exact revenge against the Roman Empire. This creates a direct line between the first and second Gladiator films, like the direct line between Luke and Anakin Skywalker's journeys in the Star Wars saga.